All right, we are live. Hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings. Incredible greetings, everyone. All righty. How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome in. I just need to get my share on real quick. While you guys are coming in on this good old Saturday. All right. Hola, hola, hola. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just trying to get this all shared out. Hello from Georgia. Thank you for letting me know where you are tapping in from or watching us from. Okay, let's go over here. What are y'all working on this good old Saturday morning? Welcome, welcome, welcome in, everybody. As you guys come in, drop a hey, how you doing? So I know who's on, who's watching. Give the video a like. Give the video a thumbs up if you're over on YouTube. You got to come out of the live chat. Drop a hey, how you doing? Let me know where you are watching from. Where are you tapping in from? Finished the Santa hat with Puff HTV, Norfolk, Virginia. Hey there, tapping in from Cali. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for joining me on this good old Saturday morning. I'm actually working and this is something that I need for work, but I figured I would share it with you guys. One of the last few probably silhouette type videos you'll see on this platform. Hold on one second. Wait, let's see. How many do I have to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 to do. From Okay, there we go. We are all shared out. All right. So what I'm going to do and what I'm working on right now, I actually have some things I have to do for Canva. Now, I know I said Canva, how be ever I'm over in Silhouette Studio. I know, doesn't make any sense, right? But I need to make these into really clean vector um, elements for something that I'm doing. And just simply removing the background and things of that nature and using it that way as because I mean, there eventually they will be saved as a PNG with a transparent background, but saving it just in that manner, they're not clear. And although Canva is a very powerful program, sometimes it does need help, which is why, they also have affinity freedom, which you can do it in there. I'm not really big on affinity. That's not my program of choice. There's a lot of people who have been using it as a more robust professional type, designing platform. And you could possibly, well, I'm gonna say possible. You could do this over there because I believe they have um live trace just like Illustrator. I could use Illustrator because I also have Illustrator and I'm fairly versed in Illustrator as well, but Silhouette Studio is just the bee's knees for me. It's a lot easier in Silhouette Studio in my experience. So I'm going to use that. And I'm going to kind of break down just so that you guys get a little background into why I'm doing this, when would you have to do this, and understand also why sometimes your images are not that great. And if you aren't skilled in certain areas, you're not going to be able to get the results that you want by yourself. And you may have to hire someone to do it for you. That's just the way it is. Every program doesn't do everything, and you may have some working knowledge within some programs, but that's not enough to get the result that you want. So for the result that I want, I'm not able to do this easily. I'm gonna put it that way in Canva. Okay. I even tried to use remove BG, which is like just a background remover, and it removes everything. So even like the internal white parts, it sees that as a background and it's removing that as well, which means I then have to go in there, try and clean it up. And even when I do that, the results still just aren't that great. So it's best for me for the results that I want, the quality that I want for this. The best course of action is going to be me recreating these, basically vectorizing them, where when something is a vector, you can make it as big or as small as you want, and it's not going to distort because it's not made up of pixels. So that's what I'm going to do with these icons so that I can use them in my presentation and in my upcoming guide that we're doing. But it's just that, like, now if I left them really, really small, it will be fine. Like for the printed guide, like they really are just fine. But when I try to put them in like the presentation, you can see the pixelation, and that just looks don't look right to me, especially when people are paying for like to learn. I know the average person wouldn't know, they wouldn't care. It just bothers me really, really, really bad. So I need to fix them. So that's what we're going to do. So it's something for Canva or for teaching Canva, but I have to do it in Silhouette. Silhouette is still one of my favorite programs. It's my program of choice for a lot of things. So I still use it, just because you guys will probably hear me talk about Canva a lot more because we're going to be teaching it more in 2026. Silhouette Studio is still a program that I go to very, 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 very often. I'm always in Silhouette Studio. I still use my cameos. Of course, I have to use it, for my cameo machines, but just designing in general. A lot of my idea concepts, I start in Silhouette Studio because it's just easier to maneuver them. I can look at a couple different concepts like all at one time. So it's still my baby, but I will be doing a lot more in Canva. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this. All right. And so to do this, I had to like blow it up, and then I took a screen grab of this. So I just want to show you the quality first and why, and then we'll go through why I'm doing it the way that I am. Okay. Hey Danielle, how are you? Vanessa, hello, incredible morning, welcome. Thank you guys for tapping in. Make sure you give the video a like. If you can share it out. Tag a friend, get them on if they're wanting to know how to use Silhouette Studio, how to trace, how to make things, better. Like, well, vector it doesn't work for every single type of image, but for these, this is how you would, go about doing that. All right. So tap in, tag a friend, share it out. Just say hello, guys. That helps. Just typing in hello helps the algorithm. It allows Facebook to do the work for me as well, to get those who naturally follow me. Like, we have quite a bit of followers, but the algorithm doesn't always let them know that we are on. Like even on YouTube, we have a lot of subscribers, but the algorithm doesn't let them know that we are on without, people kind of engaging. So if you guys love the content that I put out, if you have learned anything from me in the 10 years that I have been doing this, continue to show your support. It doesn't cost you anything to show that support. Just hit that like button, drop a comment, just say hello when you come in. Those little things really, 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 really help. Okay. They help a lot. All right. So, hello, Katrina from Pennsylvania. How art thou? All right, so we're going to go ahead. Hey, just said, welcome in. All right, so like I said, I took a screenshot and I brought it over. And this one actually, I feel like, hello, what you doing? Okay. Yeah, this one is actually a lot better quality, although it's probably a little bit bigger. Let's see if we make it bigger. I still think that, yeah, this is a better quality than the top one. But this is how, like, once it was, so I did take it over into Canva to try and save it as a PNG. So I'm going to go over to that. Now, which one is it, Jesus? I don't want to open up something that I'm not supposed to open up. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Oh, I think it's this one. And then I have to go here. Yeah. Okay. So I originally brought it in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the background color on this so that you guys can see. So I brought it in. I did the screen grab. I brought it in and I did remove the background on it. And with Canva, it removes the internal parts as well because it was all white. So if you don't know, you can bring those areas back. Most people think once you hit remove background, like that's just over and done with. Once you hit remove background, it's going to do the quick removal. But what you'll need to do at that point is just hit background remover again. And then, that was that wasn't the one from the screen grab. That was the one from remove BG. So remove BG, remove the background, and it did like Canva, it removed the inside. So I'm going to go over here to remove BG. But when I come over here and I go to restore and I try to restore that, it just did this. And so it's like not that great. So I'm going to come to this one and I'm going to go restore. See, it's like, it's not that great when you're looking at it, right? So that just didn't work. And then if I would have, I'm going to come like this and we're just going to go over here. I'm just going to go copy and then paste. I'll delete this one. And you know what? I'm going to delete that one. I'm going to come over to uploads because it's easier to do it so that it fills all the way in. There we go. And then if I remove background, it's still going to remove all of it. So then I would have to hit BG remover again, go to restore. I'm going to make my brush size a little bit bigger. And then I will brush this back in. So many think that you lose all of your internal white areas when the background remover removes it in Canva, but you don't. Just go back in and restore the areas that you want to be restored. Okay, then we're going to hit done and see, there we go. All right. Now I could then take this and do it like I did here, and I would blow it up and then save it as a PNG just so that I have the individual icons by themselves. But again, I'm not a big fan of the quality. So Silhouette Studio is where I choose to go. So this is still, I'm going to put a little white behind this just so that you can see the send to the back. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to. I meant to do the whole thing. All right. So you can kind of see it's still blurry, pixelated. I don't want that. So I'm going to do some tracing. All right. Hey there, I bought a new laptop last month. I installed Silhouette Studio and it crashed my computer and corrupted Windows. Ooh, now, as far as corrupting Windows, if you downloaded it from Silhouette America's website, I'm not sure why it would have corrupted your Windows unless you maybe downloaded it from because some people think that it's like an app and there was no app for it. As far as it crashing your computer, I'm not sure where you got your computer from, what type of computer it was. If you don't have the proper amount of RAM and which is like your memory, and then of course your C drive, you have to remember that your hard drive is not just the things that you save, like pictures and videos and documents and things of that nature. Your operating system takes up your hard drive space. Every single program that you add to your computer takes up your hard drive space. So if by the time you got to Silhouette Studio and you installed all these other things and then all of the preloaded things that comes with Windows, if it ate up a lot of your hard drive space, then it was going to be really hard for Silhouette to really perform, and it's going to, it'll probably keep crashing. When it comes to all the preloaded things for Windows, it's best to go in there and really uninstall a lot of those things, especially if you're not going to use them. If you're not using the latest machine, like the Cameo 5, I would recommend not installing V5. Do not do V5. Go to the legacy part of it and install one of the 4.5 or do 4.3.370 and do the 32-bit version. That's going to probably be your best option for using Silhouette Studio, especially if you don't have the Cameo 5. If you have a Cameo 5, your computer may not be able to handle the software, even though it's new, because Silhouette is very, very needy. Okay. Hopefully that helps. All right. So we're going to go ahead and trace this out. Now, the words, I'm not worried about tracing these because I can, I'm going to just type those out. So I'm not going to trace the words. It makes no sense for me to trace out text. I can just type it back out. But the icons I am, and I don't have to necessarily do the circles like each time. All I really am like going to focus on is going to be the center parts of each of these. So to kind of get going with this, I am going to just make a circle the size because they're all the same size circle. So we'll go here and I'm going to add some color just so that, okay, perfect. That's the size that I need. I'm going to go ahead and just send that to the back. All right, now I'm going to go to invert and I'm going to invert these colors. And I'm going to do each one at a time because I made the background black. I'm going to have to do these one by one, which it's no problem for me. I still rather do it that way. So we're just going to go like this and we're going to go trace. Now, this one I have to go down on my threshold because the green is within the same threshold levels as the black. So we just have to adjust our threshold down. Now, I'm just showing this to show what happens when you just do a regular trace. I am not going to use these. I'm going to really recreate these from scratch. I just wanted to show you the difference. I mean, this can be a pretty decent starting point as well. And I can also kind of use these to use parts of it and then just clean it up. I think I want to come back into this one. Yeah, much better. Actually, quite a few of them I can probably go back in and adjust the threshold. It was up a little too high and giving me too much noise. I love to learn from you. Thank you so much for that, Shawnee. One of my good friends' name is Shawnee, but she spells it a little bit different. Ooh, my besties. Besties for the resties. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to adjust the threshold on all of these because I can clean up the lines. And well, for you guys, you can clean up the lines a little bit more if you adjust your threshold. That one is fine. This one we definitely need to adjust because it was picking up on the gray color. So it was making the outside lines kind of squiggly. We want just those nice dark black areas, and you'll get a much better result. All right, there we go. So, and I mean, if you don't want to type it out and you do want to, you can. Trace it, but you'll see that it's not the greatest. Okay. All right. I'm going to give all of my traces some color. And then reduce my transparency. Let's actually go with green. All right. So if you wanted to just simply clean this up, you can. And we can go like simplify and then do all of these like little adjustments. And this is what most people do because they're not familiar with like using the shapes and things of that nature. Yeah, somebody came in here always wanting to hop on the video game and wants to butter me up. And then when I say, okay, no, you can't get on the video game, it's like, oh no, I was coming to give you a hug. Please hold. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me just help this customer out, and I'll be right back with the tutorial. Give me 1 second. To hop on the video game. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I had someone looking for 7710 cartridges, and I was trying to send them over to the blank spot, but the blank spot doesn't have 252s right now either. So, yeah. All right. So let's get back into this. All righty. So I am going to do these manually using shapes. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to use a rounded rectangle. I like to use the guides for the crosshairs for this, so I'll know where the top and sides are, so that when I make my rounded rectangle, it is right where I need it to be, and I don't have to like move it around. If you don't know, that's what those crosshairs are for. Most people consider them to be very annoying, but they are a very, very useful tool. All right, now what are you doing? Okay, there we go. So we're going to round that off. Then I'm going to come in here. I'm going to come to the center, and we're going to make a circle. And then we're going to make a rectangle or a box. And I should have actually defaulted to fill these in with color. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to come off. I'm going to come up here to color. I'm going to choose my, well, let's go to green. And we're going to take the transparency down just so that the next time I make a shape, it fills with color, because if not, then it's harder to select things. Okay, so now I'm going to take this piece and hold down Shift and select here and go over to modify. And we're going to divide, and we're going to delete you. And then we're going to move you up here. And then we're going to get some rectangles and go like, as Tabitha Brown would say, like so, like that. I'm going to come over here to my shear tool, show handles, and we're going to go bam. Actually, you know what? Nope. I want to do that with a rounded rectangle as well. And then we're going to replicate that to the other side. Line those bad boys up. Hold down Shift. Click on my rounded rectangle and weld those. I'm going to show you what we have. All right. And I need to, of course, cut that out. So I'm just going to cut that out. There we go. So I made a really, really clean version of this. And then I'll put it behind the circle at some point here. But yeah, so we're going to do that literally for all of these. And I should have, it's okay. I'll start a new rounded rectangle. And that's was like, most of these are rounded rectangles. And I'm like, I can just keep reusing them. And I should have kept that one before I welded it, but I didn't. But that's okay. I'm going to remember this time to keep my rounded rectangle. Actually, hold on. this needs to be a perfect square. Well, I guess maybe not a perfect square. Oh, come on. That's okay. We're just going to do it like this. We're going to convert it to a path and just move this one up and move this one up. Works for me. And weld. And then I'm going to go to my library because I know I have a heart that's probably similar, and it's going to be easier than me trying to start from scratch. So I'm going to look for one, like something that I have that's a heart that is very similar to the one that is on the screen that has rounded. Okay, so let's, that one may not be. This one, maybe. Okay, merge, close you. Release. Add some color. Bring to the front. Take down our transparency. You're not quite, but you will do. I can make your work. All right, there we go. Close enough. Bam, there we go. Next up. Now, this one is going to be a little bit more challenging because the one thing that Silo Studio doesn't do is it doesn't, outside of the rounded rectangle, it doesn't let you round off other things. So that one can be a bit of a challenge trying to get this like this because it doesn't let you round off unless it's the rounded rectangle. All of the other shapes pretty much stay. Come on now. So like say that if I do this, like you're just moving them out, like they stay with really, really sharp edges. So yeah, that's the only thing with like trying to get this to be rounded. That's one of the things to where if Silhouette ever included things like that in updates, I would have to strongly there is a screen covering there is a screen covering the image. Not for me. I'm looking at the playback on my phone and I don't see anything covering it. So it might be something on your computer or phone or tablet. Is anyone else seeing something over there? Because I'm looking at the playback on my phone because I have to look at the comments on Facebook from there. And I don't see anything covering mine. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, this is going to be the only one that's, like I said, I have to round them off myself. So, I mean, I can technically start with a rounded rectangle. And then if I convert it to path and I delete, it's not like fully round. So yeah. I'm just gonna draw it out because it's just not worth it to to try and do it that way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the draw polygon with leopard print. Yeah, that's definitely not me. Unless wait, you're trying wait M with leopard print. There's a screen covering image. Yeah, that's not me. I don't have anything leopard print even on my computer. Yeah, and someone else says no, it's nothing covering for them either. So yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm going to go to draw polygon. I'm going to put a spot here, 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 and here, and double click. Which actually I should have just done now that I think about it, I should have just made this a, oh no, no, wrong one. Okay, wait, so this one, make flat. So yeah, I should have done every other one. I should have made curve. This is one of the downsides of Silhouette. Like for shapes like this, it's not the greatest, okay? But hey, I don't need it to be perfect. And then I'm going to mirror it, bring that here. Well, that and make that a compound path. There we go. We're going to come over here. Let's just do this one because it's going to be a lot easier to do. Oh, well, you know what? Luckily, the middle one, because I can use that for this. Oh, you had to refresh your screen. Okay. All right, so I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to release compound path. Take, take that part out. Make this a compound path again. Take me through there. Take me through there. Line them up to the bottom. Weld them. Make everything a compound path. Bam. There we go with that one. This is also an easy one. So let's just do this. And then for this, we're just going to go hold on. Let's redo this. Let's add an anchor and an anchor. Oh, come on. You want to act all crazy. Let's just take the transparency down because now I can't see. Where the curve is. Let's just delete point. You're making it more difficult. And we'll, oh, come on. Yeah, see, these are the types of edits where Illustrator or Affinity would make these types of edits a whole lot easier because they do have the curve option, but Silla Studio doesn't. So I have to kind of do this the manually, which I don't really like. I don't care for these. I don't care for how this one is right now. It's not round enough for me, but that's okay because I will be able to fix it after the fact. So I'll just move you, curve you a little bit, move you. Oops, did I mean to add an extra point? Yeah, this isn't, yeah. I may have to trace that one and just clean it up because it's not quite how I want to see that one. So let's see if we can't just trace and clean it up because, yeah, that's not giving me what I want. It's taking, it'll give me what I want if I play at it, but I don't want to take that much time. And see, this isn't going to give me what I want either. That sucks. That really, really sucks. Yeah, it's no different than what I did. So, yeah, it is. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, you know what I can probably do? Shakeya, girl, get your life together. Let's do this. Just get your whole life together, girl. I did want it a little bit tighter to the inside, which means if there we go. I want it a little bit tighter to the inside. Bam. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're going to take our transparency down so that we know where. Hello. Oh, wait, I need to convert it to path first so that I know. Oh, wait, but if I do that, then. No, I can't do that either. Okay, wait, let's go back. I can't do it that way either. Hold on. Because then it wouldn't give me a line. It would still be, okay. Hold on. Right concept just done incorrectly. Okay. All right. All right. That's going to be as close as I'm going to get that. Yep. As close as I'm going to get it. Not too bad. All right. Oh, dang. I realized there was that many left. And these all look to be the same size. So I'm going to, yep, they are. So I'm going to release compound path and weld and send that to the back. Take the transparency down on it. And I'll do that for these as well. Hello from Miami. What am I creating? I have a Canva class that I'm doing and a workbook. But the icons, when I was putting them in, they are pixelated and blurry, and they're just not up to my standard. So I'm using Silhouette Studio to recreate them. So I'm vectorizing them in Silhouette Studio so that I can save them as proper, what's these things called? Proper PNGs. There we go. And so that they're not pixelated when they are in my presentation and in my workbook. Yeah, the quality that they were coming out just wasn't, it just wasn't it for me. Okay. So now I'll make a straight line. Rotate. Duplicate. Subtract. There we go. And make it a compound path. That one is done. And done. And last but not least, and you are not the same size, but it's okay. That works. Ooh, you know what I should have done for this one? Oh, good. It's right here. Yay. I'm glad I did think to duplicate that. We're going to rotate you, place you here, increase you. Whoa. Come on. Okay. And then offset to about there. And then I need the same thickness of a line to put here. Whoa. Mirror that. Outside, weld. Compound path, hold down shift, click on the rounded rectangle, modify and subtract, and make it a compound path. There we go. Now, last one that we have to do, which is a little bit more complicated, is the printer. So we're going to and then internal offset. So it's to the inside. And we're going to weld that together. And then we can round that off a little bit more. Okay. And then we need our circle. And I'm just going to duplicate this just in case, because of the way the colors are, I'm not quite sure if it's in the right spot. So I'm going to just duplicate that just in case it is not how I need it to be, but I do believe it is. Bam. Yep, there we go. Haha. All righty. So there's all of those. And then where is thou circle that I created earlier? It is right here. I'm going to put the last one right here. All right, make sure that these are lined up. And then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. So that is 3, 6, 7. Okay. So now we change all of the colors. Put this back at full strength. Oh, I never made this I never put all of these back at full strength. All right, there we go. All right. Okay. And now I save them. Canva video icon. And I can save it as an SVG or as a PNG. I'm going to save it as an SVG. I don't have anything on here that came from, oh, the heart. Oh, shoot, cancel. I was like, I don't have anything on here that was, but I do, the heart. And because I'm saving it as an SVG, I can't have all those on there anyway. Okay, so file, save as, save to hard drive. Wait, do I have to do, which one is this one? Canva email. Okay, so I think it's going to do everything, which I don't want it to do that. So that means I need to actually put all of these on a separate page. If you guys have any questions, let me know because I'm almost done. And I'm going to have to release component path. Ungroup. Make you black. Trace you. Delete you. And actually this works out better anyway because I wanted to round those little pieces off anyway. So you just forced me to do something that I was supposed to do that I didn't do. So thank you. Okay. Oh, I didn't ungroup this one. Uh-oh, what did I? Huh? Why did you come out? Okay, wait. Oh, this one. Group. There we go. File, save as, save to hard drive. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go over to Canva. And I'm going to go to upload files. There we go. And then like on this one, I'm going to go edit, grab text, I'm going to grab that text. Actually, let me undo. I should have made a duplicate first. And then let's go with, because again, I don't need it to be exactly like what was there. But that one is a little too, I don't like popping. Let's see, you don't have a little curve at the back. I do want it to somewhat be, let me see, Canva Sans. There we go. Bam. And boom. I don't even have to make it bold. There we go. So that's going to be the perfect. And you know what? I may have to make it bold because right now it's probably not showing because of the, what's the name behind it? And then now well, actually, no, it'll still stay the same because it's the same size box. So position, layers, let me send you to the back. Let's make you the exact same size. There we go. So now I've recreated that. I'm going to go share, download as a PNG, transparent background. I'm only going to do page 3 and download just so that you can see the difference. And then I'm going to take that and bring that over yonder. Copy. Oh, actually, it's not going to show correctly over here because that's actually too small. That is only a 500 by 500 pixel. 500 by 500 pixel. What's this thing called? I can't think. My brain isn't working right now. But even still, you can definitely see the difference in the quality and clarity. See the difference? So some may not care about that. For me, that's important. So I go through the steps to recreate them and just make sure that everything that I put out is quality. All right. And that's how you use this video. If there are no questions, I am out of here. I will finish this up. Yeah, I will talk to you guys next time. Any questions? How many of you guys would not have gone through all that and you're going to be like, hey, however it comes up is how it comes up. I'm not doing all that. You are very welcome. Hopefully it helped and you learned something new today. That one is website. All right, no questions. Okay, wait. It says correction, but I didn't see anything before that. So did you write something else before that, Samantha? Because all it shows me on my side is the one that says correction, Shakeya. So let me know if there was I was supposed to see something before that. Did I see the email you sent to me? When did you send an email? And into which one? We have several emails, depending on if you have questions about honestly speaking products, or like something like an order from the website. If it's in reference to a class, there are those that have like the professor one. They have like questions for me, so, or they want to book me for something or have me make something for them. So I need to know which email. I have several of them. This one is this one Docs? I think so. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Is that the one regarding the I don't know if that was the name. I did see one something this morning. Or I remember a post about um a card for subscription. I'm not sure that was you. I think I saw something like that this morning. I just don't remember which email address that was to. Okay, I'll go back. I got to remember which one it was on because I was skimming through it real quick. And then but that's something like I think you should be able to do on your own from your side. So, yeah, like when you go in there, if it did accept it, you should be able to go in and update your credit card information on your side because we can't see your information at all. If it's something through the academy. So I'll just have to I've never had to do it myself on that side. So I have to see if I can maybe go from one of like our test accounts to see like where you would go in there to update your credit card, but we can't do anything on our side when it comes to that because we don't even see your actual credit card information. But I'll look at it. So just, I'll look at it. I'll check out it as well. Because yeah, I don't know how we would change that out on our end. All right. Oh, but also guys, go and check out the new website. Oh, wait, wrong place. Wrong one. It would be here. I told y'all the website was changing. So when you come, you won't immediately see the products. It's going to serve more as a landing page, just kind of highlighting the different things that we do because we're more than just the submission ink and paper. And because we, with all the tears, all that stuff, the ink, we don't have any magenta. We have all the other ones. Not sure if those will restock as well as like the cartridges. We'll probably just have like the paper. So it's not like the main thing anymore. The main thing now is really focusing on the teaching side and things of that nature. So we want to kind of just highlight that so that those who are new to us, who have been with us for years and years and years, know like everything that we, we kind of help and assist with. So there's going to be some changes. This is the homepage also is not complete. It has some more things that are going to be added so that those who come know like the different things that we teach and just see those different highlights and things of that nature. So continue to check back because, she's going through a makeover. But you can still get to everything either through the icons at the top. If you're on your phone, it's the 3 lines on the side, or here, which I need to change the color to this because we did update this so you can see it. Here, you can click Honestly Speaking, and it will take you to all of the Honestly Speaking products. If you go to 365 Creative Academy, it will take you to the classes. Okay. Which I think I may end up moving this. I didn't know it would be this big. I thought it would be a lot like thinner. I got to figure this part out because I don't like how big that is. But all of your classes and things are here, so you can still access that and easily find how to book one-on-one sessions. Hey, what happened to the picture for you? We got to update you. And then we have HSing Digital, which, oh, wait, that isn't pointing right now, but that will go to all of our templates and things. And for now, Silaholics Anonymous takes you to our YouTube channel. So be sure to check out the new website. All right. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity. Be incredible. Continue to practice. In Silhouette Studio, get to know Canva. If you are not utilizing Canva, you don't have to use it just for designs. I don't primarily use it for designs, but it has been I can't live without it when it comes to the business things and for promo and marketing and for social media and the sheets. And we also use it just in my personal life. We created spreadsheets that calculate and track all sorts of things. We've created timers. We've created, I create videos, like learning videos for Zion Imani. Canva is such a great resource, y'all. if you have not played around in Canva, it's like, do you have nothing to lose? You know, when it comes to Canva, you really have nothing to lose in just spending a few minutes a day or per week just exploring Canva, starting with the pre-made templates, moving things around, make something for yourself, make a card for someone, you know, just play around and just explore everything that's there. It can be overwhelming because there's a lot of different things and you may not know where to start. You don't have to go to websites, but if you decide that, hey, I want to have some sort of web presence for my side hustle, right? You may feel like, well, I can't pay for, or I don't want to pay for a full-on website, and this is just a side hustle for me. Can you do dynamic checkout from the Canva site? No, but you can let people know about you, how to contact you, how to find your social medias and things of that nature. And that's all in like just having an account with Canva, not even a pro account. You can do the website part of it for free 99. Like, you don't have to have pro, but you can still have an online presence by setting up a website in Canva. And the way that you're going to set up the website will be the same way that you would design a t-shirt or an invitation or a chip bag. Like, you're just moving things around and just making it look how you want it to look. So it's going to prepare you if you want to do all of those things. But there's so much that Canva offers. I am not a Canva ambassador or Canva ambassador, whatever it's called. I'm not affiliated with them. This is not sponsored. I get paid nothing to tell you to go get a Canva account, but I do know what it can do for organization in your life. If you have a side hustle that you want to grow into a full-fledged business, if you have a business that you want to scale, there's so many microsystems that you can set up. If you have more time than you have money as a resource, Canva is a great system, great ecosystem to get started with. All right. I know it can seem crazy, like I don't need another program, but don't think of it as a design program. It has so much more. And if you don't know, like truly know like what all it has to offer past just seeing it as a like another graphic designing software, go ahead and put Canva in the chat, no matter where you're watching this at. If you're watching the playback, and I will respond back and just let you know like all of the things that you could be using Canva for, even in your regular life. Like, if you are a crafter, don't think of it as, oh, well, I don't need it because I don't need another design platform. There's so much more to it than that. All right. Officially, until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.